Damit ein herzliches Willkommen bei Yakuza Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth. Ja, in der letzten Folge haben wir einmal Yuya und jetzt habe ich seinen Namen wieder vergessen. Alter, es sind so viele Namen, dass wenn man die halt eben schon länger nicht hatte. Moment. Also, Katsuki und Yuya belauscht, wie sie halt eben sich an uns erinnert haben und wie wir ja, und wie sehr wir die beiden inspiriert haben und hast dich gesehen und dass die immer noch hoffen oder sich wünschen, dass Kasuma doch auftaucht. Auch wenn er quasi angeblich tot ist. Also die denken immer noch, die haben gehört, er sei angeblich tot, aber die haben die Hoffnung, dass das nicht stimmt. Matsunaga und Takashira, zwei Mitglieder der Hirose-Familie, da wären wir bei Yakuza 6. Die haben Kasuma in Onomichi geholfen und ich freue mich so sehr auf dieses Spiel. Ich freue mich so sehr auf Yakuza 6, weil dieses, Alter, oh fuck, ja, es war einfach schön. Und ja, ich will da nicht so viel von vorwegnehmen, aber bin mal gespannt. Ich freue mich schon darauf und ja, mal gucken. Wir wollen jetzt nochmals versuchen, zum Labyrinth zu gehen. Aber ich denke mal, da steht was von Datisans Anruf. Der wird gleich wahrscheinlich, sobald wir über der Straße gelaufen sind, wieder anrufen. Nee, sogar bevor wir über die Straße gelaufen sind.
Dante here, Kiryu. If you have time, come to Harbor Light, will you?
Ich habe immer Zeit.
Understood. I'll be there.
Dafür ja. Nix, Timmy. Kasuma. Also wirklich. Hi.
Oh, good to see you, Kiryu. Are you set? I'd like to take you somewhere. I assume you're ready to go?
Ja, ich bin bereit.
I'm prepared.
All right. Our guest this time came all the way from Kyushu. Chief Nakajima of Nagasu Taxi.
Gut, da bin
Chief
ich raus.
Nakajima.
He looked after you during your
Das
stint
ist,
as
glaube
a
ich,
cab driver
Yakuza
back in
4 oder Yakuza
Fukuoka,
5.
didn't he?
Chief Nakajima hat mir vor 10 Jahren in Kyushu geholfen. Ich habe ihm nie meinen echten Namen genannt. Er wusste das.
Hey, what's up? You remember him, right? Don't tell me I wasted my time calling him here.
You didn't. Besides, I wouldn't be that ungrateful. It's just... I never thought I'd see him again. Chief Nakajima was about the only civilian I spent a lot of time with.
You tried running from your past back then, too, didn't you? Even went by the alias Taichi Suzuki and everything. Trouble always finds you somehow. In the past and even now.
You said you called a chief here? How was he? He must be getting along in years now. Did he seem well?
Oh, I don't know. Why don't you go see for yourself?
What? Did something bad happen to him?
Oh.
Oh, good heavens, I can't drink that much. Well, ain't this a pickle?
Oh, come on, Mr. Chief. Don't be shy. Today's a special treat, isn't it?
Well, you ain't wrong there. Speaking of which, Date-san's not here yet. Wonder what's taking him. This ain't a scam, right? You're not gonna rip me off.
Don't worry. Date-san gave me a rundown. That man's a real detective, you know.
Date-san, what was with that ominous look earlier?
Well, as you can see, he's doing great. Figured it'd make you appreciate the reunion more. Cab company's not exactly doing well, but the chief does everything he can to keep it going.
Oh, ich bin echt mal
That's
gespannt.
great. Glad to hear it.
Thought so.
Ich freue mich schon auf Yakuza 3
Wait,
und auf Yakuza
Date-san,
4 und
you've
5.
never met Chief Nakajima before, right? How did you even get him to come all the way here?
Well, I might have abused a bit of my police authority. Told him that I wanted to ask him about his former employee, Taichi Suzuki.
What?
Also told him it was a personal investigation and that we couldn't talk over the phone since the higher-ups don't know about it. I asked if he could come to Yokohama instead.
You do know how suspicious that sounds, right? I'm surprised the chief fell for that.
I offered to cover his travel expenses, so it's basically a paid vacation. His drinks at this club are even on me.
Alter, wie viel
Oh,
Geld
don't
da
give
das
me
dann
that
ausgibt,
look,
ne?
man.
Für uns?
What? I was just worried about you. You're always coming up with all these lies for me.
I thought I told you this before. I'm only doing all this because I want to. Don't sweat it.
10 years ago, he told me himself to come back and work for him again, no matter what. He gave me a hand when I hit rock bottom, and I was never able to thank him for that.
Got it. Guess it'll be on me to tell him all of that.
This place sure is a riot. Hey, maybe I ought to move to Yokohama myself.
Wow, would you really? Then you could come visit me every day. I'll be here waiting.
Boy, I do that and I'll be broke in no time.
Oh. Pleasure meeting you, Chief Nakajima. I'm Date. You been enjoying yourself?
Oh, gosh darn it, I'm sorry. Got a little carried away there. Nearly forgot I was meeting up with you, Mr. Detective.
No need for the formalities. Thanks for coming all the way here. Mind if I take a seat?
Oh, no, not at all. Please do. Still, to think Suzuki-san's name would come up again. But like I told you on the phone, the last I saw Suzuki-san was 10 years ago. How's that even gonna help the police?
Well, truth be told, I knew Suzuki personally outside my work as a detective. Honestly, I just wanted to have a drink with someone else who knew him. Sorry for making a fuss out of this, Chief.
Oh, no, it's fine. You even paid for me to travel here and all. Besides, I feel the same way about Suzuki-san. Wasn't one for words, but I could never forget him. Just that kind of fella, you know. So what happened? Did Suzuki-san cause some kind of incident? He ain't getting arrested, is he?
Huh? No, I'm not going to arrest him. See, Suzuki's been dead for a few years now.
Huh? Come again? You ain't pulling my leg or nothing.
You didn't know?
No, not at all. Had no clue. So that's what happened to Suzuki-san? I can't believe my ears. He was always so serious, a real dedicated fella.
Hey, something doesn't seem to be adding up here. Just double-checking. You were aware that Taichi Suzuki was a fake name, right?
A fake name? Nah, ain't no way. That doesn't sound right. No siree.
Uh-huh. Okay, then. Why don't you settle down and hear me out? Taichi Suzuki was a fake name. His real name was Kazuma Kiryu, a Yakuza from the Tojo clan, known as the Dragon of Dojima.
You're talking about the same Suzuki-san? That's gotta be a lie. Some big mistake. You ever consider that the Suzuki-san I know and the Suzuki-san you know are two different people?
Fine, then. So that's how you want to play. Then explain this. Take a good look at this photo. This guy looks real familiar, doesn't he? Perhaps you've seen this on TV before. You're looking at Kazuma Kiryu. Shortly after this footage aired, he was sent to prison, then lost his life in Hiroshima.
Frankly, that don't sound like the Suzuki-san I know.
What? Really?
Chief Nakajima stellt sich wahrscheinlich dumm und tut so, als würde er mich nicht kennen. Er macht das genau richtig, der Polizei zu sagen, dass er meine wahre Identität... Vor allem, wenn man bedenkt, dass er seine eigene Firma hat, die...
Guess I should have looked into your story more carefully before coming all the way out here. If I had known we were talking about two different people, I wouldn't have let you pay for my whole trip.
Now hold on, sir. What's with the act?
Huh?
We both know for a fact that Kiryu went by Suzuki in Kyushu. So why are you pretending you don't know him?
Well, I ain't pretending. There was just a little mix-up. Sorry, my mistake. I'll even pay for my own drinks, too. Take care now.
No, wait. Please.
I think we're done here. Besides, I ought to get going. Let go!
What has gotten into you?
Nothing. You're just being a bother.
Wait, please. Hey, stop right there, sir.
Ooh, what's going on? Why all the yelling?
Lass ihn einfach gehen, Date-san. Scheiße, wie kann ich ihm das sagen?
Judging by the way you wanted to run from me, I think I get what's going on.
Huh? What about?
You probably did come here to talk about Taichi Suzuki, and maybe squeeze in some sightseeing on the side. But with how you're acting, I'm guessing you saw this recently.
Oh, that's,
Your plans changed when this video started going around. Suddenly, rumors that Kazuma Kiryu is still alive and kicking spread all over the internet, despite his supposed death. Word got to you too, didn't it? Right after you agreed to meet with me here.
I don't know a thing about that.
What's going on?
If Kazuma Kiryu really is alive and in hiding, then you wouldn't want to tip off the police. Even a minor detail about his past runs the risk of endangering him. Long story short, you don't want to sell your friend out to the police. But after coming all the way to Yokohama, it looked just as suspicious to cancel our meeting. It all makes sense now. That's why you're trying to act like you don't know Kazuma Kiryu.
You got the wrong idea. That's completely off.
Where you're coming from, you probably
Ich kenne
aren't
ihn
too
zwar
sure
nicht
if
mehr,
I
aber
really
ich bin
am
gerade
Kiryu's
gerührt, dass er
friend.
mich immer noch deckt.
In that case, it'd be best for you to say I've got the wrong guy. Keep mum and leave your seat. Chief Nakajima, this has all been one huge misunderstanding.
Das ist krass.
Neither
dass er
Tokyo PD
immer
nor
noch-
the Fukuoka police knew that Kiryu had been employed at Nagasu Taxi. Have you ever gotten a call from the police asking after him? I'm positive you haven't, because I'm the only one who knows about your connection to Kiryu. After all, I heard all of this from the man himself. In fact, he even told me about the first time you two met. He helped out a woman who was being harassed, but let himself get beat up in the process. At the time, he had nowhere to go since he had to cover up his history with the Yakuza. He nearly gave up on life.
Alter.
That's when you entered the picture. You took him on and hired him as a taxi driver. That guy's known as the legendary Yakuza. You think he'd crack in the interrogation room? I heard all of this
Ich
straight
weiß nicht, ob
from
das
the
Yakuza
horse's
4 oder
mouth.
5 ist, aber ich freue mich
I may
drauf.
not know what's going on in his head, but I consider him my best friend.
Geil.
Date-san.
Ich freue mich schon drauf.
Well, that sure explains a whole lot. Guess it can't hurt to trust you then.
How about we turn back the clock? Start fresh, take it from the top.
Works for me.
Man merkt halt jetzt an seiner Erfahrung an. Er hat die Lage richtig eingeschätzt und ich bin echt beeindruckt. Wow.
I found out that Suzuki-san was actually Kazuma Kiryu from the news. Saw him in that Yakuza scuffle up in Kamurocho. Must have been a little while after he left our place. All his old co-workers were pretty shaken up, me included. Sure, I knew he was no run-of-the-mill guy, but I never thought he'd be the legendary Yakuza. Also, just between us, a lot of my employees are hiding scars because of something or other in the past. Same goes for me, too. So I was never, ever gonna rat out Kiryu-san to the police.
Oh,
But the
ja.
moment I told myself that, news got out about Kazuma Kiryu dying somewhere in Hiroshima.
That must have been shocking.
Of course it was. But now, what the heck even was that video? I can't make heads or tails of nothing no more. You know something, don't you, Date-san? Is Kazuma Kiryu... Is Suzuki-san still alive? Please, Date-san?
Well, I guess it wouldn't be right if I just lied to your face after unraveling all that, so... I'm just gonna say, no comment.
Oh.
No comment?
If that's not enough for you.
That's great. Real great. Just what I needed to hear. You know, you're a lot like Suzuki-san. No tact, no skill at lying, and a good man.
This coming from you? You're just as bad at lying.
You got me there.
After getting to know you, Chief, I think I get why he wanted me to pass on a message.
Huh?
When the two of you first met, he had just drifted all the way to Kyushu in order to protect his loved ones from his own past. That was the lowest point in Kiryu's life. In a place with no one he knew, with no one to turn to, with no one to talk to or depend on, until you showed up and lent him the hand he needed.
Das ist so schön.
Words can't describe how indebted he feels to you.
Alter.
Still does, to this day.
Ha, that's so. Then I got something to say to him, too.
And what's that?
The last time I saw Suzuki-san, I left him with these words. You're part of the family now, Suzuki-san. Just be sure to come back to us, no matter what. I still stand by those words today. So if you ever find yourself in trouble, you'll always have a home with us.
Ich glaube, er weiß, dass
I'll
er da
be
hinten
back
sieht.
in Kyushu. So just remember, you're never alone. Think you could tell him all that from me, Date-san?
Ah,
Oh. Gänsehaut. Ich freue mich schon darauf, diesen Mann kennenzulernen und für diesen Mann zu arbeiten. Ich freue mich schon mega drauf.
Thanks again, Date-san. Got to wrap up some unfinished business there. Now the chief finally
Alter.
knows how much I appreciated him. There's nothing more I can do now.
come on, don't be like that.
All right, that reminds me. You said I was your best friend?
No, I mean, I was
Ja.
just trying to, well, you know, earn the chief's trust. I had to.
Your words really cut me to the core. They were comforting in a way, especially in these times. Could you not take back what you said?
Yeah, of course. Hey, you want to hug it out?
I'm not drunk enough for that.
Yeah, figured.
Wir sind Makoto Dates bester Freund. Safe. Weil ganz ehrlich, dieser Mann hat Taichi nach Yokohama gebracht und den Aufenthalt im Club bezahlt. Getränke plus Mädel. Das ist nicht gerade billig. Er hat Yuya und den anderen, dessen Name mir schon wieder entfallen ist, New Sirena gerade eingeladen und da die Drinks spendiert. Und er hat halt eben meinen beiden Jungs aus Hiroshima die Drinks spendiert. Und auch nicht gerade den billigen Fusel. Und er hat jetzt Nakajima einfliegen lassen oder halt eben herfahren lassen, je nachdem. Jedenfalls hat er die Reisekosten übernommen. Plus den Aufenthalt hier in diesem Hostessenclub. Der Typ hat unfassbar viel Kohle rausgehauen. Nur damit wir halt eben die Chance haben, noch mal ein paar Jungs aus meiner Vergangenheit zu sehen. Das würde man nicht für irgendjemanden machen, den man einfach so kennt, der Krebs hat. Nein. Natürlich sind wir Makoto Dates bester Freund. Deswegen legt er sich auch für uns so ins Zeug. Safe. Alter. Und es ist so unfassbar schön, ne? Alter, dieses Spiel berührt mich gerade die ganze Zeit immer und immer wieder. gerade hier mit den Kapiteln mit Kiryu-san ist das extrem krass, mit diesen Memoiren eines Drachen, vor allem jetzt die Makoto-san-Geschichte hier. Die trifft mich immer wieder. Und es ist einfach so unfassbar schön und nostalgisch.
Pretty bold of you.
They didn't stand a chance.
Es war so eine Art Ehrung an das Leben vom Drachen von Dojima.
Hello?
Dante here, Kiryu. If you have time, come to Harbor Light, will you?
Ja,
Sure, understood.
Klar.
I'll be there.
noch einmal.
Something the matter?
No, I just figured maybe I ought to give you a heads up first. See, Sayama's in town.
Sayama? Kaoru Sayama?
The one and only. She gave me a call not too long ago. You up for it?
Oh.
Yeah, thought so. But honestly, you should go. You
Yep.
guys went through thick and thin together, right? Least you could do is see how she's doing.
Yeah, you're right.
Sorry for dumping this on you. I didn't know till just now either. So, mind cutting me some slack?
Actually, I appreciate it.
See you later then.
Ja, machen wir. Oh,
Found it. Picture perfect.
ups. Alter. Alter, dieses Yakuza, ne? Also Yakuza Infinite Rates, ne? Das wird einer meiner Lieblingsteile.
Hardly there. Bye.
Obwohl ich bisher alle Yakuza-Teile richtig gerne mochte. Also, es ist schwer, ein Ranking zu machen, aber Alter, der ist ganz oben mit bei.
Oh, good to see you, Kiryu. Are you set? I'd like to take you somewhere. I assume you're ready to go?
Ich bin bereit.
I'm prepared.
Great.
Obwohl,
Then let's get
ich habe
going.
keine Taschentücher dabei.
When was
Fuck.
the last time you saw Sayama, anyway?
When I moved to Okinawa, so that'd be a little over 15 years now. We first met in 2006. To think it's been 17 years. Kaoru Sayama, a former detective in the Osaka police, and the ace of Division 4, the anti-Yakuza task force. We partnered together for a certain incident regarding the Tojo clan. And then, as the bomb kept ticking down,
Oh
I decided
ja.
to spend the last moments of my life with this incredible woman.
Damn, 15 years? I haven't seen her for a while either.
Oof.
Nowhere near as long as that. Earlier, she said she's here on
Das war
business.
Yakuza 2.
Asked me if I wanted to catch up and all. I'm something of a big shot at work, you
Ja, das war
know.
Yakuza 2.
What's with the big talk?
Nobody else would listen to me brag. Well, it might have been 15 years, but Sayama's as sharp as ever. There's a chance she'll spot you at a distance, so we better play it safe.
I don't know. There is also a chance she's forgotten all about me.
Safe nicht.
You're hopeless. Here, take these. Wireless earphones and mic. We usually use them during investigations, but I'll loan these to you. That way, you can listen in on the conversation, and I'll be able to hear what you have to say, too. Come on, let's get moving.
Alter Finne. Oh. Sie trägt immer noch die Kette.
She hasn't changed one bit.
You look busy, as usual. How long are you here for?
I'll be leaving the day after tomorrow.
How's Tomio-san doing?
She's great. Mama's been manning the bar every night. I think she's doing even better than me.
Glad to hear it. Best you spend time with family while you can.
That's certainly true. But still, it's been a long time. About 6-7 years or so, right? The last time we spoke was when you called me about Kazuma's passing, I believe.
Right. Sorry for dropping that bombshell back then.
Oh.
It's fine. I'm sure I would have heard about it sooner or later. After all, he was quite infamous among the police.
Ja, war er.
No kidding. His name always popped up whenever something big happened. You got any guys that buy into the whole Kazuma Kiryu hidden mastermind conspiracy?
We do, yes. Kazuma Kiryu is actually still alive. He's been pulling the strings behind society as we speak. Those rumors, right? What kind of officer would say that? It's complete nonsense.
Well, guess that means his legacy was that impactful. Can't blame folks for making him into some urban legend, especially if they never knew him.
I suppose so. But to think he's gone, even now, I still can't fathom it. How can someone as tough as him just die? How? When I've seen him cheat death time after time.
Unbelievable, right? He was one stubborn son of a gun.
Oh ja.
He really was.
Alles, was ihnen entgegen wollte. Nichts konnte ihn töten, aber... Bin mal gespannt.
Still married to the job?
Pretty much.
Heard you transferred to the juvenile division. That was news to me.
Shocking, right? Some career path.
But you requested to transfer, right? There a reason for that?
There is actually. It's all because of the dissolution.
The Great Dissolution?
Yeah. Remember how Daigo Dojima and other big names started a security company after all that went down? It was a haven for former Yakuza.
Right.
I figured if Kazuma were still alive, he would have lent them a hand. That man is practically the icon of the old Yakuza and all. I'm sure he would have taken it upon himself to clean up after them too. And if they were in charge of the cleanup, then as a cop, I could work on prevention. At least that's what I thought.
In other words, you're trying to prevent kids from becoming petty criminals or joining the Yakuza. Hence the transfer.
Right you are. It's tougher than I thought, but it's rewarding work.
Aww.
And that way you could feel connected to Kiryu.
That's one way to put it. If I wanted to sound cool, that is. But yeah, that's why I'm bent on pursuing my new dreams. And that's why I want to keep doing what I can. But maybe a part of me is still waiting for him.
Sie hat ihn nicht vergessen.
Aren't I just so
Sie hat immer
faithful?
noch Gefühle.
Sayama, look, the truth is...
Don't, Date-san. It's fine.
Something wrong?
No, you're just...
Fuck.
You're just way too good for him.
Alter.
Thanks for that, Date-san. Seems I was a luckier man than I thought.
Seriously, you're telling me. You sure you don't want to tell her anything?
I'm sure. As long as she's got a dream to chase. She's better off without me around.
That's the hardest pill to swallow. But you know what, Kiryu?
What?
You should live how you want to. If there's a woman you love, you hold on to her. Never let go. I'm getting jealous just looking at you.
I guess you'd know best, considering you've gone through a divorce before.
What? Low blow, man.
Sorry, it was just a joke. Thanks, Date-san.
A real heartbreaker, aren't you? But I meant it. Yeah, every word. Just do what you want to do. You've got tons of folks on your side, supporting you. And don't you forget that.
I won't.
Ich habe Sayama gesehen, mit der ich in Osaka den Großteil meiner Zeit verbracht habe. Sie ist in die Abteilung Jugendkriminalität gewechselt, um die jungen Leute davon abzuhalten, sich der Yakuza anzuschließen. Mein Leben scheint ihres beeinflusst zu haben. Also waren meine Entscheidungen vielleicht doch nicht vergebens. Mhm. Oh. Alter. Ah, fuck, ey. Nice. Also, das war gerade so plötzlich, ich hatte gerade fast einen Absturz erwartet, ganz ehrlich. Daher speichere ich es auch mal lieber. Zumal wir hier einen Cut setzen. Und ja. Ich hoffe, euch hat die Folge so sehr gefallen wie mir. Weil, alter Finne. Heilige Scheiße. Also, größtenteils erlebe ich hier Sachen. Ich wünschte, ich hätte Yakuza 3 durchgespielt, also komplett durchgespielt, nicht nur zur Hälfte. Und ich wünschte, ich hätte 4 und 5 auch schon durchgespielt, weil, Alter, das hätte noch mehr Impact gehabt, aber ja, okay. Dennoch habe ich sehr, sehr viel Impact, sehr, sehr viele Flashbacks und ich bin unfassbar begeistert. Und ja, in diesem Sinne, vielen Dank fürs Zuschauen der Folge. Ich hoffe, ihr hattet Spaß. Und ich hoffe, es gefällt euch so sehr wie mir. Und ja, ich hoffe, wir sehen uns in der nächsten Folge wieder. In diesem Sinne, macht es gut. Habt einen schönen Tag. Und dann bis zur nächsten Folge. Und im Stream nicht abschalten. Es geht gleich weiter. Also sitzen geblieben. Also bis gleich. Ciao.